Hi there, it's Michael Ackerman coming to you from Seattle, Washington, where I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Bain. Today's video blog is a leapfrog video blog from a blog that I did about 2 weeks ago about how you should know the purchase and sale agreement, go over it really thoroughly with your broker or agent. And I alluded in that video blog that I was going to do a video blog about strategizing to create the best offer you can create with your broker when you're writing it. So that's what today's blog is about. So this is really for you buyers out there that are currently in the market that are either looking or are about to write an offer with your broker or agent. And this is what I do with my clients. So I just kind of wanted to give you some food for thought for both brokers and for the clients that are about to write offers. When you're writing an offer on a home, and this will completely depend on what kind of market you're in, the strategy will change greatly if it's a buyer's market or a balanced market or a seller's market. Right now we're in a seller's market in Seattle, a heavy seller's market. There's a lot more buyers out there that want to buy homes than sellers who are putting their homes on the market. So the demand is much more than the supply. So for each home that comes on the market that's properly priced and properly presented, there are usually 2 to 30 offers that come in on a property. It sounds staggering, especially if you're watching this in an area where the real estate market isn't as busy, but it is here. But the point to the blog is you should really sit down with your agent or broker and strategize about how to write the best offer that you can on any given home, condo, townhome that you are making an offer on. Again, the rules will kind of change even from house to house. Are the sellers waiting a week to look at offers? Do you have time to pre-inspect? And we'll kind of get into all this in a minute. So when you sit down with your broker, you should obviously go through the entire purchase and sale agreement, but to understand what it says and what you're signing. Understand that when you fill out an offer, the seller who's going to be looking at your offer is looking at the entire offer. Most people get really focused on price, and that's probably the largest component that a seller obviously is going to be looking at. However, they're going to be looking at the entire offer as a whole. So they're going to be looking at purchase price. How much did you offer? How much is your earnest money? Is it 1% of the price? Is it 3 or 5% of the price? The larger the earnest money, the more satisfaction that's probably going to give to the seller. How financially able are you to purchase the home? Are you putting 50% down? Are you an all-cash buyer? Are you putting 20% down or a 3.5% FHA loan down? You want to make sure that you're pre-approved with a reputable lender, and you want to make sure that you have a good pre-approval letter to supply to your agent or broker when you're writing the offer, because you may know that you can afford to purchase the home, but the seller's not going to know who you are or what your financial situation is. So you really do need a good letter of documentation to show them this is who we are and this is how prepared we are to purchase the home. They're also going to look at the close date. How quickly can you close? Obviously, if your lender needs 2 months to close, it's going to be less advantageous for the seller if your lender can close in a month. Or if you can pay cash, you might be able to close in 2 weeks. So they look at that as well. The seller also looks at the contingencies that you're writing in as a buyer into the purchase and sale agreement. Are you going to have a financing contingency? If you're getting a loan, most people do include a financing contingency to say, hey, this offer is conditioned on us being able to purchase the home, getting a loan to purchase the home. We want to make sure that the home appraises properly. We want to make sure that there's clear title. Some buyers in this market in Seattle are actually waiving their financing contingency, which makes their purchase, even though they may be getting a loan, kind of on equal ground as somebody who's paying cash. They're saying we're going to get a loan on the property, but we're so confident about our loan that we're not going to make it conditioned on us getting a loan. That if we can't close the property, we'll forfeit our earnest money, which is a big statement, but sometimes you need that to impress the sellers enough to accept your offer. You might want to write in an inspection contingency. You want to do an inspection of the property and possibly a sewer scope to find out what's going on underneath the home in the sewer line. You might want to write in a title contingency. The contingencies, when you present them to the seller, are the buyer's exit doors. These are contingencies that if something doesn't work out, either there's something on the inspection that comes up that the seller won't fix, you can walk away from the property and you get your earnest money back. Same with title. Same with financing. If you have a financing contingency and you're not able to obtain financing after a good faith effort, you can get your earnest money back. Again, these rules kind of change from state to state. So it's really important, depending on where you are, what kind of market you're in, to really strategize with your agent or broker about the best way to move forward with your offer to make it the most advantageous. I am always about educating my clients so that they're making their decisions based on what they're most comfortable with. I present them with all the options. I just wrote an offer yesterday for some clients that recently relocated to Seattle. And we took 3 hours to write the purchase and sale agreement. Now, some brokers who might be watching this might go, are you kidding, 3 hours? But we're in a highly competitive market. There are 4 or 5 offers on the home today. We'll find out later this afternoon whether we get the home or not. I'll let you know if we do in a later video blog. But we needed our offer to be really competitive, and we had to talk about all these contingencies. Did we want them in? Did we want to leave them out? What were the buyers comfortable with? We had pre-inspected the property, so we are waiving our inspection contingency because we've already done it. The inspection was great on the home. But it really does depend on the individual making the offer and the individual home that you're making an offer on. So you really do want to strategize with your broker about the best way to formulate an offer that you feel really good about, that is going to be competitive in the market that you're in. If you have any other questions about real estate in general, feel free to email me at any time at michaelackerman@cbbain.com. And do remember, it's all about the connection.